Just tell me what happens, and then I'll try and do it without you telling me.
Making a big film or series can be a daunting task and can have some tensions running high. So, what big titles do you think saw these big names walk off set? Number 1. Playing the Joker was no joke. Actor Joaquin Phoenix took playing this role very seriously. So much that he found himself walking out of scenes more than once. So what's up with that? Director Todd Phillips said, "In the middle of a scene, Phoenix may just walk away without saying a word." Todd added, "Phoenix always left due to his own performance. He was either unhappy with his current acting, or he wasn't in the right headspace to deliver the scene." The exception seemed to be when Phoenix was shooting with Robert De Niro. Number 2. Euphoria actor Barbie Ferreira walked off set at least twice while shooting the show, not including the time Ferreira had to be helped off after she slipped and fell twice, twisting her ankle during the filming of the hot tub sequence. Filming Euphoria can last for 15 to 17 hours for just one shoot. This grueling practice was part of the New Year's Eve sequence. Jacob Elordi was honest about just how difficult it was, saying, "We shot that party for over a week, so very quickly it's like being in hell. It's like being in a party that you don't want to be in at all, and you can't wait to leave." Number 3. It really was the end for Emma. In This Is the End, we see Emma Watson for a brief cameo, but she was originally meant to appear on screen for longer. Emma might have realized that the production was going largely off script and wasn't comfortable working in that improvisational way. The story of Watson's exit was not entirely clear until Seth Rogen set the record straight. He'd written it on Twitter. Emma Watson did not storm off the set. The scene was not what was originally scripted. It was getting improvised, changed drastically, and was not what she agreed to. Number 4. She had a less than gleeful time. Lea Michele was not always on the best of terms with her Glee co-stars. But one specific incident with castmate Naya Rivera led her to walk off the set one day. Some of the cast felt like Lea Michele had been performing some diva antics and were annoyed, specifically when she made everyone wait to shoot a scene while she dealt with personal matters. Rivera finally went to the producers and warned them that Michelle was pissing off people. And when Lea Michele learned about that, she left the set. Number 5. He shall not pass. Sir Ian McKellen had a hard time filming The Hobbit. Director Peter Jackson opted to use practical effects while making The Lord of the Rings, but decided to use digital effects while making The Hobbit. McKellen was not into it, saying, "I was miserable. It may be my impression, but I don't remember a green screen on The Lord of the Rings." McKellen became so frustrated while making The Hobbit that he broke down, saying, "I cried, actually." Unfortunately, the microphone was on and the whole studio heard. The fact he was working alone in front of a green screen almost caused the actor to leave the movie set for good. Fortunately, Peter Jackson calmed the actor down. Number 6. She's not ready for her close-up. While filming Game of Thrones, when Dame Diane Rigg was ready to shoot, she expected everyone else to be ready as well. Her scene partner, Jessica Henwick, explains, "She walked onto the set and she went, 'I'm ready now.' The camera crew had to tell Diana that they weren't ready yet, but Riggs wasn't hearing it. 'Roll the cameras,' she'd shout and dive right into the scene. Diana did 2 takes before the camera operator told her, 'Great, now we're going to do a close-up.' But Diana was done and moved to leave the set. Very slowly." Henwick said, "We watched as Diana Rigg effectively did her own version of storming off the set, but it was at 0.1 miles per hour. Number 7. Too close for comfort? Ad Astra saw Brad Pitt playing an emotionally distant astronaut, searching for his long-lost father. But the actor may have had a similarly distraught mental state behind the scenes. Pitt was stressed out over his divorce with Angelina Jolie and had stormed off set while shooting a difficult scene. According to some people on set that day, Pitt, who was attached to wires, had engaged in heated discussions with director James Gray, who he had known for decades. It seems like Brad's emotions simply got the best of him that day. Number 8. It's all fun and games till someone walks off set. While filming Community, Chevy Chase had enough. Series creator Dan Harmon shares some info on Chase's issue that day. Writer and producer Adam County pitched a tag for the season 3 finale. Chase, however, didn't think it was funny and refused to shoot the scene. When the actor had walked off set in the past, the crew would pick up his shots later in the week. This time, though, the set came down after Chase went home. The scene was never shot, and Harmon was not happy about it. Chase left the show, but returned for a cameo in season 5. Number 9. A $40 million escape plan. Filming Interview with the Vampire turned out to be a miserable one for Brad. Pitt was set to play Louisiana vampire Louis Dupointe de Lac. When he read the script weeks before production was set to begin, he had a few problems. The actor explained, in the movie, they took the sensational aspects of Lestat and made that the pulse of the film. But for me, there was just nothing to do. You just sit and watch. The actor became so unhappy working on Interview with the Vampire, he even tried to get out of the project. Pitt said, "One day it broke me. I said I can't do this anymore. How much will it take to get me out?" Producer David Geffen answered $40 million. After that, it's not surprising Brad found it within himself to stick out the rest of the production. Number 10. She had a less than fantastic time. Jessica Alba's decision to leave the acting world might have been influenced by her experience working on Fantastic Four. Alba said, "The director was like, it looks too real. It looks too painful. Can you be prettier when you cry? Cry pretty, Jessica." The way she was being directed for the movie made her question her abilities as an actor. Jessica explained he was like, "Don't do that thing with your face, just make it flat. We can CGI the tears in." Alba nearly left, but ended up finishing the movie. Number 11. This actor got furious fast. Michelle Rodriguez took a look at the script of The Fast and the Furious, and she hated the direction the writers took her character. Rodriguez was willing to risk the big paycheck and possibly her career. She said, "Is it realistic for a Latin girl who's with the alphaist of the alpha males to cheat on him with the cute boy?" Michelle explained how strongly she felt about it, saying, "I basically cried and said, I'm going to quit." Rodriguez did not have the leverage to get a script change. However, her co-star Vin Diesel convinced the actress to stick around. Vin was the first one to pull me to the side while I was crying, and he just looked at me and said, "I got your back. Chill out and let me handle this." The rest is history. Number 12. Are you not entertained? While filming Gladiator, Russell Crowe had doubts and questions about the movie's script, and stormed off the set when he did not receive answers. According to a DreamWorks executive, Russell was not well behaved. Crowe at first refused to say, "In this life or the next, I will have my vengeance." Thankfully, director Ridley Scott never lost his temper. All things considered, we can understand some of these walk-off moments. What about you? Would you have done what these actors did, or would you have stayed on set for these tense moments? Let us know in the comments below.